game that makes this sport what it is, a rivalry game. For many schools and fans, it's days like today that can set your feelings about your school allegiance and provide a sense of accomplishment or dread for a very long time. Welcome to Valley Children's Stadium in Fresno, California, home to the Fresno State Bulldogs. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the San Jose State Spartans, taking on last year's national champions, the Fresno State Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Spartans will get us started with the opening kickoff. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So Fresno State's offense will have the ball first. The last time these two rivals got together, guys, there were hurt feelings and some dead fish handshakes in the aftermath, and this might be just the recipe to cook up some revenge, Jesse.
Well, they're going to be motivated, that's for sure. The losing team, they have been hearing about that blowout loss now for a very long time. They had this game circled, David, all offseason, hoping to get that payback.
Oh, man, and you get all the quotes.
There he goes. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on.
Hold on.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. After getting moved back, it's 1st and 20. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Makes the catch, it's Jones. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Line getting set on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. That's caught, it's Jones. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Pulls it in. It's Callow. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. Fresno State moving it quickly down the field. They'll try the run. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollack off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollack cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-load, chop blocked on every single play overlap.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. Well, that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
Trying to power it in. And this offense hoped to just run it in, and the defense was having none of it. No gain. Ball remains at the 2. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Power ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Fresno State.
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it back looking for help. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So San Jose State's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And greeting them as a linebacking core in the business of disruption, tackling with aggression. Any suggestions on how to work around them?
Yeah, I think you pray. These linebackers are fast, they're physical, and my favorite part is they don't like people. Like, they are trying to make physical tackles, and it starts with them in this defense against the run, blitzing, against the pass. They're all over the field, Palmer.
Yeah, and I think for this offense, you want to be able to establish the run. I think the big key for them is going to be working the double teams in the zone game and getting into the second level. You have got to try and cover these linebackers up and get a hat on them. If you don't, they're going to run free, and they're going to destroy your game plan.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it. Turning it on. He'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and deep in your own end, you need plays like that. The Spartans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Here comes the heat. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. And the Spartans will punt it away on 4th down. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Takes it on the return. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. Off the play fake on 1st down. The throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Finding open areas. Got the 1st down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Fresno State right back to the line. Got a man. It's Tavai. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Got 5 wideouts spread across the field on 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. It's Hatchett. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. He'll throw on 3rd down. Fires toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Fresno State.
I don't know what play they called, but I would call it again because the defense had no idea what was going on. Receiver comes wide open, catches the football, and gets the easy touchdown.
That's the end of the quarter, guys, and Fresno State is on top. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the 2nd period and they try to find a way to answer. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Guys, this San Jose State offense trying to get this ball moving. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Oh, what a play! It's intercepted.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
A designed run for the quarterback. Oh, a lot of space. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they got it down to the 23.
Listen, the big hog mollies up front, the big offensive line paved the way for a big first down.
And the Bulldogs come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. And the pass goes incomplete, but the flag is down, and this one might be on the offense.
Pass interference. Offense.
And the offensive player had to commit pass interference on that play. You saw the defender jump the throw. The defender was in position to make an interception, so the offensive player had to do something to break it up.
It'll just make it more satisfying if they can move the chains after starting first. Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They go to the draw. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. And he curls that thing just inside the left upright. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for the squad.
San Jose State has the ball and ready to go on the attack. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
And I thought it was a good job by the quarterback, really seeing the drag route start to come across the field, and he puts the ball pretty much on the money. And you got to make that play. You got to make those catches to get this offense in a rhythm, to stay ahead of schedule. Those are ones he doesn't drop very often.
Oh, they're after him. complete. They weren't just trying to move. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Spartans line up to punt it away. This will be a second time they've had to kick it away. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. And there he goes. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal. This offensive scoring position with a fresh set of downs. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Excellent pass by the back on the option. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, fellas, here's a final update on a clash between top 15 teams. Florida managed to avoid being gator bait by scratching and clawing their way to a narrow victory. This wasn't the blowout some had hoped for, but it sure beats the alternative. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. And the Spartans with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Now the defense will try to rise up on 3rd and short from the 21. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back. The Spartans decide to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Under fire. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. Fires on the move. Hits the open man. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
Makes the grab on the left. Wrestled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback moving. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on 1st down in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll leave it with him. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Grab near the marker. It's Billick. Touchdown, Bulldogs! The offense puts up for that trip to the end zone.
And man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Quick completion on the out route. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. And the Spartans with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Fires to the right. It's caught. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock.
And that's just a timing route. And if I'm a quarterback and they're going to sit back in zone, when I run those crossers, man, I just wait for that zone window to open up, anticipate it a little bit, chunk that thing, and let my receiver do the rest of the work.
Soft spot in the middle. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
Things just not going as easy for this guy as they did his last game out. Last time he completed over 70% of his throws. This week, though, defense taking some throws away. They've made some plays. He just hasn't been quite spot on with his accuracy. He's going to have to play better.
Right down the boulevard.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. From the gun, running back gets to give. At the 35, he's loose. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals.
Fresno State lined up to kick off and start this second half. Bringing it out. And the returner is stopped. The San Jose State offense is back on the field. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it. I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
The Spartans come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Tries to slither forward on the sneak. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. And here comes the punt team. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. Gets the back moving. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Caught in the backfield, it's Smith. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move. It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. From the gun, give on the inside.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to
breaks into the open. And he slipped through the crowd, and Hill house it. Touchdown, Fresno State. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Paul.
I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back. These guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Let's see what he can do with the return. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Guys, this San Jose State offense trying to get this ball moving. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Here's the pressure. He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Shoots it to the left. They pick it off, and this defense, a much-needed play. Finished a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. From the gun, the running back has it. Takes it the other way.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
Got his man. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. Nice to have the doink work in your favor every now and then. Off the left upright and through. And the field goal was good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit. On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
They'll go to the ground. Big-time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow. They don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill. Go get the running back. Get a tackle for a loss.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He's got him wide open. He's loose on the left. Past the 20. Touchdown, Fresno State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, how nice is it to have a playmaker like that? And I can get the ball out of my hands, right to him, and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly complete. Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go.
And for DBs out there trying to stop these short slant routes against man coverage, being physical is really key. You want to get your hands on the wide receiver and really try to disrupt that timing between the QB and his target.
Fires to the middle. It's caught downfield. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. With the catch, it's Tipton. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense has it. They're on the move. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. Looking downfield on first down. Gets away from one. And the defense is there. He got away for a second, but not for long as they knock him down for a loss. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll run play action. Starting to feel a little pressure. Or did he find a hole in that secondary? Touchdown Bulldogs! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
And that's the end of the period. Fresno State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. San Jose State has the ball and ready to go on the attack. Ball security going to be paramount this time, Jesse.
Yeah, and sense of urgency, too. They're trailing in this game right now. The turnover wasn't great, so, David, they really got to be able to put something positive together on this drive.
Put something positive together, be aggressive, but don't be reckless. Can't have any more of those turnovers.
Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. He'll pull it on the read. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the fourth quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit, throw the football around.
It's really hard to win football games when you're one-dimensional offensively, and that's the case. They just have not been able to get anything going, throwing it deep down the field. They haven't won their one-on-one matchups. Quarterback has missed some throws, and as a result, in the fourth quarter, they barely have 100 yards passing, and that's why they're losing.
And the Spartans will call on their punt team. That leg is staying loose already, the 5th kick of the night. Makes a nice grab at the 25. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out
just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
Finds his man. It's Tavai. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. The Bulldogs will have it 1st and 10. Tight end now in motion. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31. Fresno State moving it quickly down the field. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. And the Bulldogs back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. The Bulldogs had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Now they're going to throw it. Got his man quickly. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Sends it back in motion. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Takes the easy one to the back. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. It's 1st down from back at their own 24-yard line. To the air on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Carney.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off his spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games when we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense. And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Punt is in the air. He's got it. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. He might want another play. Wants to throw on 1st down. He hurls one deep down the left side. Hits him inside the 20, still going. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. Fresno State right back to the line. They'll try to power it in. And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on first down. They'll send the back in motion. They give him the rock again on 2nd and goal. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their total.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
Fresno State 68, San Jose State 6.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the shotgun, the inside give. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. The give on the option. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Defense will use a timeout. 22 seconds remaining in the game. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Grabbed over the middle. It's Carney. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a first down. The defense will use a timeout here. There are 16 seconds left to play. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Carney. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course. And when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious. To be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media, it's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games starred. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did, and we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific collegiate careers make some of the biggest plays of their lives in this game, in a rivalry game that just means so much. This was a fun one to call.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.